Okay guys, welcome back to the channel, Aim and Inspired. Glad you all are here. Today we have a big one. Today we're actually going to be talking about my very first suppressor that I got. The Dead Air Sandman X. Here it is in the box. Here's the box at least. Alright, so the process to get it was nothing like I expected. I actually went through Silencer Shop and I did my Form 4 and everything. And believe it or not, my approval came back in 4 days. Yes, just 4 days. There was talk about how the process was long for some, short for others, record time approvals and everything like that. I wasn't sure what to expect, honestly. I went in with an open mind. I know when I called the range that I got it transferred to, they mentioned that forms have an average of about 40 days right now for approval. So that's not bad. That's like a month and a couple days. So, I kept an open mind and I got it done in 4 days. So I'm just going to walk through the process, unbox the Sandman X. I'm going to take a look at it and see what comes in together. I haven't even opened it yet. I just picked it up and I'm just going to share what I learned about so far about getting into the world of NFA items. So let's get into it. Okay, so first off, let's talk about why a suppressor, right? So some people have them, some people don't have them, some people have them and love them, some people have them, don't use them, although I don't really know who does have one and doesn't use them. If so, they should send them to me, just saying. But no, so for me, it's just about like a few things, right? So protecting my hearing, making training more comfortable, and honestly, let's be honest, it makes shooting a lot more fun. I've shot a few suppressed guns and I absolutely love them. I knew I wanted one, just wasn't quite sure where to start in the process. So once I got through the process, everyone was very helpful in understanding what to do next, how to do it. And I think the longest part of the process was deciding which suppressor you wanted to get. And we'll get into that as well because this suppressor is actually a 30 cal can, so it handles at least the calibers that I have, like your 5.56, and soon to be 300 blackout, soon to come, and of course, your 7.62. So very versatile silencer, and it's the Dead Air Sandman X is kind of like a tank, right? It can pretty much handle anything you throw at it. It is full auto rated, and it just seemed like the most versatile one to go with at the time. Plus, I got it through Silencer Shop, and it had a free tag stamp. Now, I know with the new process in play right now, they are taking away the $200 tag stamp as of January 1st, 2026. Now, when I purchased through Silencer Shop, they gave me the option to, depending on what suppressor, you could actually fast track it and you could buy it now and they would hold it until January 1st. That way you don't have to pay the $200 tax stamp. Or you could fast track it and still pay the $200 and get your suppressor when you buy it or, whenever you get approved. Now, there are options. A lot of companies like Dead Air on some of their silencers are actually running free tax stamps on Silencer Shop right now. So that means either way, you don't have to pay. They'll cover that $200 with the promo award and you can get it now or after your approval. So that's what I did. I actually filtered on the ones with the free tag stamp because why not? And it's a pretty wide variety. Like there's hundreds of different options on there and very good options, obviously. So I definitely recommend Silencer Shop when doing your process. They just made it so seamless. So yeah, I went through the process. I looked at other YouTubers and what they did for their process and did some online research and everything. So the way you do to get a suppressor, you pretty much can either go as individual or you can go as a trust. And I actually chose to do a trust because I figured I'm going to have more NFA items, whether it be suppressors or SBRs, things like that. So I figured might as well. Plus, you can also assign your other firearms, your Title I firearms, which are the ones that aren't considered NFA items, to your to your trust, sorry. And that means that if anything were to happen, God forbid, that they will all be in that trust. And then you can also assign beneficiaries to kind of take over your trust if that was the case. That way, it's a more seamless process than if they weren't in the truss. So I thought of it long term, and if I ever did start one, this would be a good time to do it, making this process a little easier versus doing it after the fact. So I went ahead and actually set up my truss first, and then once I settled down on a silencer that I wanted, I went over to Silencer Shop. I picked the suppressor. Like I said, I did the ones that were your free tax stamp promo going on. Purchased it through a dealer, and then I actually headed over to the dealer that I chose, Kiosk, because this was my first purchase, and I was able to get my fingerprints done. Once I got my fingerprints done, I believe I also had to take a photo, all electronically. Many of them actually have Kiosk, and that way, there's nothing like a hard copy or anything like that unless you print it off. So it actually made it very, very easy, and it's all connected to your Silencer Shop account. That way it can kind of keep track for all of your other and future purchases. So then it came down to the next big step, and that was the Form 4, which is the ATF's application to transfer the suppressor to you, the individual, or to your trust, which you are the responsible persons of. And normally this can take months up to a year. The wait times have varied quite a bit, but lately they've been getting approved a lot faster than usual. And my wait time was honestly unbelievable, just 4 days. I know people who got it in 2. I've known people who got it in some hours, but mine was 4 days, and I can't complain considering the gentleman at the dealer that I transferred the silencer to said that on average they were 40 days. So yeah, I loved it. It was awesome, very quick. And of course, I know that's not guaranteed for everyone, and it shows things are speeding up in a big way though. So that's always awesome. All right, so let's talk about the star of the show, the Dead Air Sandman X. So inside the box, we have the suppressor itself. So this is like a little cover. And then you actually have the box here. You guys can see all the lovely details. Amazing, amazing, all through the box here. So let's go ahead and open it up. It says on the back, the finest instruments of silence. You guys see that? Love it. All right, so that's what you get. You get some Dead Air information. You get a shim kit, some Dead Air swag. You have a sticker. Ooh, you get a patch. I think my favorite is honestly the sticker. I don't know if you guys noticed, but my safe has like a whole bunch of stickers, and we're gonna do like a little a safe tour probably. It's just full of ammo and not miniguns, but we'll get there. So I get to add another sticker to my safe. So that's awesome. Now, the main event. So let's go ahead and take this bad boy out. All right. Here we go. The Dead Air Sandman X. This is with the Xeno mount. So with Dead Air, you have the option to do Xeno or Chemo. I chose the Xeno for an option that it actually makes the suppressor a lot lighter than if you were to do the Chemo. And to me, it didn't make much difference in terms of threadability. And yeah, that's why I chose this one. So this one is actually, the Sandman X is full auto rated. It has the capability with multiple calibers, like I mentioned earlier, and it's just known for its durability. Sorry, it's known for its durability. It is 8.9 inches long and weighs over 23 ounces. It's not that bad, honestly, and I'm sure when you put it on a rifle, it'll kind of level out a little bit. Hopefully it's not too forward heavy. Very solid material, and I'm pretty sure this thing could probably like survive the apocalypse. I don't know, but if you guys watched The Walking Dead, I think I'm prepared. We don't need any water bottles. So right now, So this is a 30 cal can. It has the 7.62 end cap on here. I do have, and it comes with a 5x8, a 5/8 by 24 3-prong mount, I believe, because that is the one you need for 30 cal. So I actually purchased a 5.56 end cap and the 1/2 by 28 flash hiders. So I have one rifle that is 5.56, and I'm in the process of building 2 more rifles. More to come on that. So I definitely need a suppressor for one of them. If you guys can guess which one specifically this will probably be housed on most, let me know in the comments. But yes, I absolutely love this thing. I'm loving it already. It looks amazing. Can't wait to get out here and use it. Yeah, so cool. Okay, so let's talk about what's next. So I'll be running it on multiple rifles and calibers through some drills and things like that out at the range. And when you get into suppressors, it really affects, or I shouldn't say affects, but it does allow you to kind of have to switch up things in terms of like ammo, maybe like adjustable glass blocks or adjustable BCGs as well, even buffer weights and buffer systems. So that is something that I'll be playing around with, and getting you guys some feedback on it, as well as cleaning. It gets dirty, so it's gonna have to be cleaned. Not probably, if it runs like a tank, from based on all the reviews I've heard, then it probably won't have to be cleaned as much. But of course, for reliability purposes, you should clean it, as often as you possibly can. So, in closing, the process wasn't as intimidating as I thought it would be, and I definitely want more suppressors. And honestly, now might be the time, but we'll see. It just takes a little bit of research. I feel like it's the longest portion, versus like the approvals and the paperwork and the transfers and things like that. That all seem to be relatively quick. So that is always helpful. All right, so if you guys want to see more range footage with the Sandman X, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, and drop a comment below. What suppressor are you running? If you have one. If you don't, which one are you thinking of running? Just let me know. I'm always interested to hear of people's setups and what they have going on, because as we know, this community is forever growing, and things come out new every single day. So yeah, let me know. Let me know what you guys' setups look like. I'll be putting this one through the paces, so stay tuned for that. Catch you guys later. Remember to stay tactical, stay graceful. See you at the range. Peace.